Hey folks, it's Friday the 8th of October. We've had NFP come out. Pretty bad figure, actually. Really a lot worse than I think what the Fed was hoping for to stick with their November tapering timeline. They may still do, but it's a snore fest in the futures markets at the moment. So I thought I'd have a look over at crypto and really a trade that we saw this day last week. I think Josh, who's on the trader team, was the only member who was in the crypto room when I flagged this trade at the time, about 9 o'clock last Friday morning. Um, so I just want to go over that now and show people the relative volume tool as well that really highlighted a lot of the activity that was like strong on the bid um, throughout this breakout, right? So let's get over here and have a look at these charts, right? I'm wearing my summer shirt today because we're having a bit of a heat wave here in Dublin, and I thought I'd get decked out for the NFP event, right? And just tidy up this chart a little bit, right? So what you're seeing here on the bottom of your screen is the Bitcoin 60-minute chart, and center top is the daily bar chart on Bitcoin. Now, just to get everyone into context for what these big old range areas are, right? These are sort of areas of interest where I see, the market is range between, and then interesting for breakouts or the market to stay within. But really, this I got to flag this kind of lower range was really from the low on the 22nd of Jan this year, to pretty much like I actually had it like to the high to the multiple closes that we saw around 8th, 9th, 10 of January as well this year. And you see a little bit of excess into the highs here. Again, multiple days can't close above here and opening here and going down. More, excess on the highs. So really nice area. And then to the tick here as well. The high of day on the 26th of July, right? So nice little area, nice little range. And then above we have the low of this range is the 25th of April. The high of this, 25th of April 2021, and the high is the 14th of April 2021, right? So we got nice ranges here. And if you're familiar with Wyckoff theory, this is another way. This is an addition that you can add into your Wyckoff theory analysis, if you like, on where to get involved when you see Wyckoff theory at work, right? And I'm not going to get into Wyckoff theory. There is literally 1 billion videos on YouTube that kind of go over that. It's quite simple. So anyway, that's our daily chart, right? It gives us contextual awareness of what's happening on Bitcoin, right? And so we put that one back into bed at the top mid, and now you can see the 60-minute chart, right? So last Friday, this area here, right, that I'm looking at, this area right here was happening. And this is about, let's see, 4 a.m. I think it was, 3, yeah, 4. So we've broken above this trend. So you see this trend here from the high on 8 a.m. high, 24th of Sep, to the was it 3 a.m. high on the 27th of Sep, right? And sloping down. You can see it really, the market really interacted here, kind of 4 or 5 a.m. on the 30th of September, came back, retested, came back, pushed above, tested now as support, pushed a little bit back above, tested again as support. And this now, this candle here, right? This one here, this is where we were watching this market. And Josh, if you're out there, do back me up, man. Um, but this is where we were looking at the market at the time, right? And I had said that this was a really decent breakout occurring on Bitcoin, right? And so this is spot price Bitcoin to USD on BitMEX, right? So you can see the relative volume tool below here, and this is indicative at the time. Then the candle we got here at 10 a.m. This big push candle, right, pushing up into that higher range. The volume executed here was about 482% more than the prior volume for the prior 50 days. That's huge. That's a huge piece of information to use in your toolkit when you're wanting to go with the market, when you're wanting to go with momentum, right? 482% more, right? So that's, we have a video in the Pro Trader room that I've done on Arval. I'll do another one next week for the Pro Traders on Discord. But I just thought, it'd be great to have a look at this before I finish up for the weekend, and show you kind of what we're looking at here in the Pro Trader. This is just a small part of what we look at. This is just one of maybe 15 markets that we look at, maybe 20 markets we look at day on day every week. So got a lovely push above, and I'd said at the time, if we push above, I'd like to see this market hold on the higher range low, which is 47,092s. 47,092s, this range low. And what do we get? Sure enough, we did. We held, we stayed above the range, retest here, retest here. And I had said at that time, that is a nice entry to play this range. And let's see what we got. More. That's what we got. More. Right? Working up through the range, as you can see here. So that pullback is pretty much right here. You can see that, right? Oh, that actually, sorry, it was right here. Okay. So I'll just tidy up these charts a little bit and remove some of these arrows, these many arrows. So again, you could see, let's see, this push here was unsustained at the time. It came back. You can see the RVOL was high, well above average, 213% above average buying volume there. But largely, it just didn't hold. It came back to retest on the bottom of the area, and again, you got now what was about 243% above 50-day average volume being deployed on the retest here on the bottom of the range, right? Beautiful. And with that, we have now traded way up into this range. I think we've got pretty decent percentile move here. I think it's about 25%. Just measure that from, say, the breakout area to where we trade right now is 25.87%. From the start of this big push candle up there, it was 21.6% move. So, these markets, when I say they trade extremely technically, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. I think we can now hold this range and we can trade to the top of this range. What is the top of this range? Well, it's a big one, and it's up at the all-time high on this spot contract. I just need to validate that all-time high. Yeah, it is. That all-time high put in on the 14th of April 2021 at the 65,000 marker. So yeah, I think there's some big things ahead for Bitcoin. I think you're seeing Ethereum at the same time. If you kind of take note here on the Bitcoin chart, my cursor is synced on each chart. You can see when that pullback did hold in Bitcoin, we started to hold on that breakout on Ethereum. Right, we'd seen multiple retests on the trend here, on the trend down on Ethereum, multiple tests, but they didn't hold. Whereas this one has really held, right? And if you see on the other markets like Doge, Stellar, Ripple, they've all held on that push. They've all held, even Cardano. So I just wanted to get that one out there. And yeah, listen, I hope everyone has a good weekend. If you're watching on YouTube, please do click to subscribe, and then you can get notified whenever we go live with any videos or we publish any new content. And yeah, listen, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Cheers.